Hello folks, today we are going to look at how we can get prepared for the upcoming tournaments on ICP, with the ICP blockchain poker. So we're organizing a tournament for charity. The entrance is 5 YEK, and you can win if you are the champion, at least $100 in YEK. And the first question, and the number one question, I should say, that we have been asked, is how we register on the website, because it's using ICP, using a crypto called ICP by the Definity Foundation. It's not very complicated actually, but there are a few things that are non-standard. So I would like to spend some time with you to go over step by step how to do so. When you, we're gonna give you the URL to the website, which is this one, and then you can click on Enter Site. It will prompt you for this standard authentication login. So you may recognize the infinity symbol from the Definity Foundation, which indicates that it's using also the website Identity ICZO app, which identifies this as the 2FA from ICP, from the Internet Identity. So how we use that is, so let me first clear our current identity, because I'm already registered, so I have this number. So if you don't have an account, you click on use a different identity anchor. Or if it's the first time you will not have this page, you will have this one. And then you click here, create an Internet Identity anchor. So this anchor thing is just the fancy word for the number that we saw earlier. So when you click on that guy, you can put a name of to remind you of this particular login. So let me see, this is Windows. I'll call it Windows, and I click create. And now on Windows, you can create this identity using Windows Hello. So the one thing that is major annoyance or pitfall or whatever is the fact that the identity requires a security enclave, a hardware security enclave. So you can't just have the identity backed by Windows login. Just a password will not work. You need at least the Windows Hello, because that one uses the secure module that comes with your processor. So if you have that, then you can register your PIN or code or fingerprint or something like that, right? Depending on your device. And then it will prompt you for your Windows Hello. So assuming that you have that, enter your PIN, and now you can confirm that this is your new device. So if you do that on a phone, that's going to be the same process with the fingerprint or the PIN code. If you do that on a Mac, it will you should use Safari. I don't think Chrome works, because Chrome does not have access to the the Mac OS keychain. All right, so we confirm. So to recap, this identity requires a secure hardware enclave, security enclave, which is either linked to the operating system with Windows Hello or with macOS keychain with Safari. And the alternative way is to use one of these hardware security 2FAs, or should I say U2F, the FIDO keys, which they look like that. For example, you can there's one brand called YubiKey that makes them. So if you have one of these, this will work too. Or if you have a Titan security key, this stuff will also work. And again, if you have a phone, if you have Android phone or iPhone, this will work too with the hardware chip that is in the phone. Okay, so after you've done that, then you should be in. Oh, what did I do here? Enter site. Okay. I guess I clicked too late. Okay, so let me redo it again. Use a different anchor, create an Internet Identity anchor. I put Windows, click on create, my pin, and it's confirming. Ask me again for my pin, and now we should be in. So a couple of things to know about this anchor. This number here, you should write it down because this is like your username, but it's much harder to remember because you don't get to choose it. It's just this number. But this number does not represent your identity completely. It's just, let's say, the username part of your identity. So you still need a password. And the password is similar to a wallet password, which is basically a private key. So it's a very large number that nobody can memorize. That secret key is what is stored inside your hardware enclave, hardware security enclave, and then it's protected by either the hardware security key, that Titan key or UB key, or your fingerprint or your Windows Hello. So it means that if you go to another computer, it will not be synchronized. So it is quite important if you intend to use that identity to store a lot of ICPs. It's very important to back it up. So you can back it up by attaching another security key to the same anchor. But my preferred method, and I think it's much easier, is to use the seed phrase. So you click on seed phrase here, and they will give you a set of words. So these words and these numbers, this is your anchor, and this is your seed phrase. So all these things together will let you recover your account in case you lose it. And to be honest, it seems to be fairly easy to kind of lose it. For example, if you clear your browsing history, if you clear your browser preferences sometimes. So we should not think that your current computer is safe enough to maintain your identity anchor. Even if you think that it's protected by a fingerprint, it's possible that somebody comes along and then change your preferences, and then you will lose access to the security key. So the only way to recover in that case would be to put back this anchor and these words. And these words, they are also associated, they are directly associated with your secret key, and therefore they're also random. So there's no way for us to actually avoid, I think for me at least, to be able to remember so many words that are so disconnected. So I would highly recommend that. That's what they say too here. Do not forget to save the seed phrase. Save a backup on a storage medium and write it down. Keep it secret. Knowledge of the seed phrase will enable access to this identity anchor. So it's pretty much the same thing with regular Zcash, Ycash wallet. The access to the seed phrase plus the anchor number will give anybody full access to your identity. All right. So that being said, I'm not going to do it because this is not really my main account. But to get through this step, I just need to click on copy, and the system will not remind me anymore. So now I can proceed, and I will be logged in. So the poker website does not store any identification. So now we are logged in, but because we are logged in the current browser state. But if we reload, so we can go to the profile page. you can see that this is our identity, and this is going to be unique to that particular anchor. And furthermore, if we use the same anchor, but we go to a different website with different app, the app on the ICP blockchain, that app would have also a different identity here. So you will not be tracked even across sites, because from their perspective, your identity is different, and there's no way for the owner of this website to come back to know the anchor number that you have used. For the poker site, we use this identity to lock your to refer to your account. But on the seat in the game, you can change that name and to something something easier to remember, more eloquent. So for example, if you want to be named Jack, you can put Jack here and then click on update name. So when you sit, you're going to be named Jack. If you don't rename your account, it's going to use the beginning of your identity. At this point, your balance is 0. And if you want to deposit ICP to play on one of the cash tables, this is the ICP address that you can use. So if you send any amount of ICP to that address, you can then click on check deposit, and the balance will be updated. There's 10,000 to 1 ratio between ICP and chips. So one ICP will currently get you 10,000 chips. All right, I hope that was helpful, and if you have any further question, please let me know in the comments. And in any case, I will see you at the tournament.